Hi, it's Brody. Today we're going to be chopping up a sample. I'm inventing the methods that I'm going to be using as I'm doing them. I went to my sample playlist on YouTube of stuff that I want to sample but never get around to. First thing that came up, let's go back to the beginning so that you can hear. So you hear that? So I know it's cheap. Like if you click on a full album to listen to like the first 30 seconds and then say that's what you're gonna sample. It's really good bass. So we're gonna get past the cheapness of it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to listen through this and figure it out by ear on there because it sounds pretty simple, and then I'm gonna figure out what all notes I have, and then I'm gonna write myself a new bass line that's gonna be super catchy. And once I have all of the samples chopped up, we're going to be loading each chop into Audacity and copy and pasting and moving stuff around because that's the only DAW that I have on my PC, and I don't want to be working on my little crappy MacBook for this whole thing. I figured out that having a different timbre was messing up my pitch recognition, and I was hearing the fifth as the root, like a noob, as the kids like to say. So I went and switched over to a bass, and I figured it out. I think I'm gonna have to listen back to make sure I'm correct because I just figured this out by ear, like from memory. Nope. And so on. So we're in the key of C minor here, and the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 5. Oh, and the 6th and the 7th. So we have like everything but the 4th essentially. So there's a lot that we can do. I'm gonna find another sample that I want to add drums and bass to, and I'm going to find it and make it either be in C minor, or find one that's in C minor or transpose it to be in C minor. And then we're going to merge the things together, and it's basically like using plunderphonics instead of using real instruments, so like pushing the limits of how far sampling can go. I don't know who else does this. I'll bet that there's not too many other people that are doing it in Audacity of all places. So I'm gonna go find that and then I'll be back. So we have our blank palette, our artistic sonic canvas, where we're able to freely express ourselves, for better or for worse. Okay, I'm gonna chop up this right here first. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all of that. I'll bet that there's a lot of really good samples in there, but we don't want to worry ourselves with too much, right? Okay, I like the rest of that a lot. I might have to use it in a slightly lazier sample where I don't put myself through torment trying to chop everything up. What I'm gonna do right quick, I'm gonna stop my video for a minute. I'm going to go and find the longest spots in the sample where the bass is playing the note for the longest, so that I have the longest sample possible in case I want to do anything past like a quarter note with some of this, or an eighth note with some of these notes. Whenever I have all of this chopped up, I'll report back. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, so this is our low C, which I know that we have that. We have a high E flat, we have a low G, which is gonna be this G right here, have a low B flat, have a high D, and then low F, and then low A flat, and then we have a high. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 notes to work with. If you don't include copies, we have 6 to work with. 7, actually. Which is more than anybody really needs. You only need like 3 notes at most. Okay, so this sample is in F, and we have ourselves a F, an E flat, and a C in our bass, which I do believe we have all of right here. So I'm going to listen to this on loop really quickly, and write myself a little bass line. Something along those lines. I've started to assemble the bass line off camera. I started with my F note because it was in this channel right here already and I didn't want to move it again. So I have the F here and then dun 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 dun, and then I'm gonna throw the dun do. Is that right? Do. I was hitting a D. I need to hit that D sharp or E flat if you're weird. Right now, I'm not worrying about the timing. I'm just getting the notes in the generally correct area, and then I'm going to listen to where they need to be and make like finer adjustments after I have everything here. Okay, I need to get the high C. I'm actually pretty on time with the way this bass line's going to sound. I don't know if any of this is actually going to wind up working together whenever I get done. I'm a little bit worried that it won't. Okay, so that is the last note, so let's zoom out just a little bit. Wait, what did I do there? Okay, so I wasn't originally going to have a high C there, but I might leave it because it's kind of cool. Alright, so I'm going to drag this to where it needs to be with this beat, and then I'll have like a solid 4-bar loop, and I'll add drums to it. I'll shift the drums around, and then after I have everything shifted together, we will see where we're at. Okay, I'm continuing from where I picked up. I've done a little bit of work. I doubled up the loop. I don't know. Oh, that's why it looks twice as long. Anyways, I doubled up the loop so it loops twice. Did a little bit of adjustment on the drums. Found some chords from this right here. The beginning song, got some chords from that. And then I've got some saxophone that I'm going to put somewhere in the beat. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this out and have it be one loop that I can copy and paste, because this is way too much to be working with in a DAW that's as bad as Audacity. We've got 4 chops. This is 8 beats. Let's listen. Okay, it's final beat time. I went and I put those saxophone samples kind of where I wanted them, chopped them up just a little bit to help with the timing, and I've got it looped for a couple of minutes, and we're just going to listen to this.